Start recording. And let me go ahead and banter for a second while I update.
Do you have an intro prepared at all, or
I have a little theme music
for this podcast?
Funny.
The Rusted Razor or something?
The Rusty Razor.
Rusty Razor podcast. Amateur hour. Are you recording right now?
Oh, hey, check it out. Yeah, it's recording right now. Yeah, Reverend Dom's in the chat room.
Nice. Our one listener, one supporter.
All right, let me copy that.
That's the internet has made it easy for us to put stuff out there, but it's also made the listener's attention span very, very short.
Right.
Here on the Amateur Hour podcast, where we are updating our Facebook status. Thrilling radio.
Dog. All right, let me bring Winamp back up. Oops. Get rid of all this.
Apparently there's an intro song. I'm just as excited as anyone else to see what it is.
And there. And delete. Goodbye. Thank you.
No Kid Rock?
Ah, fuck. I clicked the wrong link. All right, here we go.
Look at you. You was popping all that good shit a second ago. Then you got kicked in your chest.
The mics are still live. I don't give a shit. This is test hour. 1 2 1 2.
Test podcast. Like I said, amateur hour.
And my phone's dying from all that streaming I was doing without it plugged in earlier. No, you don't repeat. I turned repeat off. Punk ass fucking Winamp. If you're listening live, it is 10 p.m. Pacific time, Friday, October the 14th, 2011. If you're listening via the podcast, well, it's later than that. My name is Designated Dave.
Primo.
This is the Rusty Razor podcast. I fucking love that name.
I don't even understand it.
It's you put wrist cutters and I thought of Rusty Razors.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Good.
I didn't know it was a movie. I thought you were just being you, like describing a song or something. Just being your normal primo self.
That's a good song title too. But the flick is pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's been 4.5 months since we rambled. And I figured it was time for us to ramble again. And my phone's still streaming. All of a sudden, I'm hearing my voice coming from my phone. I'm like, hello? So let me go ahead and shut this down.
We are entertaining no one.
All right, there we go. All right. Yeah, there's quite a bit to ramble about, and even some things that I want to ask you directly, based on some things that I've been reading in news and shit like that.
Great.
So
usually pretty opinionated.
Yeah. So, and we're not going to go through all these. I just highlighted some shit. That was just one day of news stories, and I'm like, yeah. If anything happens like tomorrow, which was yesterday, I'm like, I'm gonna have to edit some of these out, and I actually came up with a couple today that we're going to replace some of these with.
Well, this could be interesting then, because I'm completely clueless about all of this news stuff. I don't pay attention to any of it. So.
And most of it's actually local, like on the fucking, the Yahoo News site. Yes, I use Yahoo News. ABC News, death to them. Actually, they're joined up now. Yahoo News and ABC News are running the same fucking news feeds.
Isn't Fox the one that gets all the hate?
Well, Fox gets all the hate because they're fucking conservative biased. And that's why I said the other day on my random fact that 2 presidents died on the exact same day, which was John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. They both died July 4th, 1826. And how it would be ironic today if 2 presidents died on the same day. Because, and here was my example. Take Jimmy Carter And
Is he still alive?
yes, I used live presidents.
Okay.
Take Jimmy Carter and George H.W. Bush. Okay, Jimmy Carter's Democrat, Bush is obviously Republican.
Okay.
I was saying that on Fox they would be sad and cover the triumphs of the George H.W. Bush thing, and over on MSNBC they'd cover Jimmy Carter in the same way. And when it came time to mention the other president, they'd each just fucking, hey, this is what was wrong with their administration, and then go back to being sorry for the other president. So that's how that works. You know what? There is a chat room. There's a little chat room. Primo's mic. Primo needs to back off the mic a little. Actually, let me turn his mic gain down a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't able to adjust because the mics actually come through fairly differently. Like mine's right past 12 o'clock, and yours was actually all the way over for whatever reason. I don't know.
All right, well, testing then. Testing. Let me know how it is now.
All right. So one of the first news stories, and here's the the headline: Sony freezes gaming accounts after hacking attack. I didn't even copy any of the news story because, as both of us being former Sony grunts ourselves.
Hold on.
Okay, I was a former Sony grunt.
I was a Remedy staffing services grunt.
Do you really think? I mean, look at all the attacks that happened while we were both at Sony. Still, the PSN hacking, the movie hacking, the Sony Grease hacking. Someone really pissed off Sony that much.
It's pathetic that I worked there, and the only one I know about is the first one, the PSN attack. Did you say Grease?
Grease, yeah. Sony Grease, their website, Sony Music, Sony Canada. Actually, all sorts of fucking hacking attacks.
Sony Canada.
Yeah. Sony Canada, eh? Let me check something real quick. Okay.
Because Canadians aren't weird enough. There's fucking Japanese people in Canada.
Okay, Primo's good. Good. You're good now. Methamphetamines found inside cans of food.
Awesome.
Oh, this screams San Diego.
Wait, this was in San Diego?
Hell yeah, it was at the fucking Otay Porter Crossing.
Okay, USA.
Wait a minute, like contaminated food, or they took out the food and hid methamphetamine in there?
Have you ever shopped at Smart and Final?
It's been years.
You know the big fucking cans of like nacho cheese and jalapenos?
Okay.
They
Yeah,
opened
like
up the
Costco.
cans and fucking put the methamphetamine right in the middle. And they tried to cross the border with it.
Okay, USA.
That is Mexican ingenuity going down right there.
Yeah. Here's the entire story. San Diego, obviously. A 27-year-old citizen living in Tijuana has been arrested after trying to smuggle illegal drugs inside cans of jalapenos and cheese sauce. The bust happened at the Orta Mesa port of entry. CBP, Customs Border Protection, found something suspicious about the cans in the woman's car.
Holy shit.
It was a woman trying to transport methamphetamine in fucking 7 pounds of methamphetamine in cans of food.
Okay, what was suspicious, though? That doesn't even say.
Probably the fact that she had her, hands on the steering wheel. Or, most of the time, if you look white and it says it's a citizen living in TJ.
You look white as opposed to being white?
Well, because most people use the San Ysidro border crossing.
Right.
Most white people